I've had Sigma's newly introduced 24-70 art lens for the better part of a week now, and I will say that I'm thoroughly impressed. I also want to preface this video by saying that I am not going to be evaluating this lens on its photo capabilities because I'm going to be deploying it in video situations because that's what I primarily do. I will say that I think Sigma's engineers kind of designed this for video situations because of the lens's zoom and focus ring placement as well as its weight. Its weight is 2¼ pounds and a little over 1,000 grams, so be aware of that if you're looking at this lens to be flown on some sort of gimbal system. Make sure your gimbal system is capable of handling this type of payload. The build quality of this lens is fantastic and Sigma does not disappoint. It is weather sealed and the adjustment switches on this lens are strong, like they're legit. So when you click it over, you know you're in a certain setting. This lens's zoom range is 24-70, like I said, and it has Sigma's DG designation, which means that it is full frame capable. I am using this lens adapted to my Sony camera systems using Sigma's MC11 adapter. It has a maximum aperture of f2.8 and 9 diaphragm blades that are rounded, so it's going to give you some really nice creamy bokeh. Has a minimum aperture of f22. This lens features image stabilization built in as well as autofocus. I will say that this is the first time that I've encountered a lens with manual override selection in autofocus mode. That gives me the capabilities of using this lens to assist me while I'm shooting on my own because I am a one-man show. I throw it into manual override mode. I let the camera kind of guess where I want it to focus. If it's not right, I can make adjustments using the focusing ring and it won't jump back to where it thought that critical focus was set at. Additionally, it has image stabilization built in and it does a really good job, but in full frame mode on a camera all the way at 24 millimeters, you won't really notice how well the image is being stabilized. You really have to jump into a crop mode on like an A6300, zoom all the way into 70 millimeters, and then you can really take note of how well the image stabilization removes those shaky little tiny jitters of handheld shooting. With the weight of this lens, it does assist in keeping you steady. If you hold it close to your body, you're going to get some really nice smooth footage if you have image stabilization enabled. It's a rather wide piece of glass, having an 82 millimeter filter size. I tested the parfocal capabilities of this lens, which it doesn't have any. I just wanted to see how well it would perform. I looked at it in full frame mode on my Sony a7R II as well as APS-C mode. It does a really nice job when you have a critical focus when you're zoomed in all the way at 70 millimeters and then zoom out to 24 millimeters. It holds a decent amount of detail when you zoom out. It's still usable footage, but it is not parfocal by any means. I just thought it would be interesting to see how it performed in those types of settings. You still have usable footage, but it's significantly softer than if you made an adjustment to your focus after you zoomed out. I just shot around for the past couple of days with this lens and it does everything I need to do. It opens the door for me to use this piece of glass on my Sony a7R II in full frame and crop sensor mode. Additionally, it works really well on my Sony a6300. I am just really happy with my purchase. I hope to put this thing through the paces over the years like I have with my Sigma 18-35 lens that I've been using for the past 3-4 years. Sigma does a really good job at constructing and making high quality lenses, especially their art series. And I'm just thoroughly impressed, especially with the cost of this. Along the lines of cost, this thing is $1,300 at the time of this video, which is kind of a steal in my opinion, especially if you look at similar focal lengths in the Canon realm as well as Sony's. Anyways, if you like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. If not, you know what to do. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I am Tomas and I will catch you in the next one.